Hello YouTube, James and John here once again, and today we're here to talk about the OnePlus 3. We've pitted it against the Samsung Galaxy S7 Edge. We're going to put it through our speed test. The OnePlus claims to be quite a fast phone, but we love the Samsung Galaxy S7 Edge. It's a really fast phone, so we're going to see which one wins out.
Absolutely, it's our best phone in the world versus OnePlus's new kid on the block. It's got a massive 6GB of RAM, it's got a Snapdragon 820 processor. Can it compete? We will find out. We've been listening to your feedback, so we're bringing you this versus because you've been asking for it. And also this versus, we're going to split up boot up time and standard app running. We're going to split those two out because people have been asking for that. So thank you very much for your suggestions, and let's see how they get on.
So here we have the OnePlus 3 on the left hand side and the Samsung Galaxy S7 Edge on the right. Now for our speed test, we run it from boot up right at the start. We're going to see how long these phones take to boot up, and then from there we're going to run through 10 different apps twice to see how fast they are.
We're also going to do this without the boot up, so hang around and check that out later. We would have booted up the phones previously and then left them on the side for a bit and then come back to the app, so you will see both with boot up and not, so do hang around for that. But already we can see the Samsung straight into it, flying ahead already. It's into eBay, and the OnePlus is still lagging behind, still on its first app now into eBay.
It's catching up though, it's getting through eBay. Spotify on the Samsung Galaxy S7 Edge right now, that is a really long app. It takes forever to load up on both of these phones, as you can see right now. We're running off quite good Wi-Fi here and it's still struggling a little, and there's Samsung.
The OnePlus is keeping pace though, and it is interesting. The OnePlus, I should be said, during normal usage, I've been using it for a while now. It is nice and slick and quick. Yes, it may not be quite as quick as the Samsungs in general usage, but you're not going to be disappointed with the performance that it provides.
And the OnePlus it's only one app behind at the moment. Samsung has just started with Asphalt 8.
I mean, this is where you can really see the power of the potential processors inside. These are big games, they can take a while to load. The Samsung has done that really rather quickly. The OnePlus taking slightly longer, it feels like, to load Asphalt 8. It's almost there, I think. Straight to Fruit Ninja, there you are, and then Fruit Ninja 4, the OnePlus 3 as well. Let's see how long that takes. It was very quick. It's very quick on both phones, which is really nice to see.
So the Samsung comes with 4GB of RAM and an Exynos 8890 chipset, while the OnePlus 3 has 6GB of RAM. That's huge. We've only seen that on a few phones so far. And also a Snapdragon 820.
It does, and the Samsung is now on the second lap, and now is the OnePlus 3 as well, but the Samsung is still an app ahead. It's still quite close, which is interesting, but this time the apps would have already preloaded, hopefully, in the background, so you would expect the second lap to be quicker, and the OnePlus 2 is catching up now. I say OnePlus 2, obviously I mean the OnePlus 3, because I'm not an idiot.
So there we are, and the games are, there you go, both of those games are cached there. Fruit Ninja.
And they've held
the OnePlus 3 is just overtaking it there, actually.
Yeah, and that is impressive.
Going to take the last photo, and there we go. The OnePlus 3 actually came up and won it in the end. And 2 minutes 22 for the OnePlus 3, 2 minutes 23 for the S7 Edge.
That's a really impressive time for both, and really impressive for the OnePlus 3 there.
Definitely.
So you've asked us to do our speed test taking out the boot up, because actually these days we don't boot up our phones all that often. Usually we plug them in and we never turn them off, and there's a nightly charge. So excellent, we've done that. We've booted these phones up previously. We've left them on the side for about 5 or 10 minutes to just settle down, calm down, and now we're going to do the speed test again. So let's get going. So here we are, we're starting off again. Instagram loading up for both phones. The return home key on the OnePlus 3 is quicker than the Samsung's, and that's because it's a touchpad rather than a clickable button. So it does have a slight advantage here, doesn't it, James?
Yeah, so we've also run this test multiple times. As you say, the button can also be an issue sometimes. So we've run these. This is the best take we got on both of these phones. Spotify, again, taking quite a while here. One of the issues we have found though is the OnePlus 3 caching some games. Now we tried to replicate the issue a few different times. As you can see, Asphalt 8 is just coming up, and that didn't come around on the second go on this go, as you can tell from this video.
It is an interesting one. I've been running a OnePlus 3 for quite a while now, and Real Racing 3 will happily sit in the background. It won't need to reload when you come back to it, you know, half an hour later. It sits very nicely. But other games are a lot more hit and miss. In the Fruit Ninja, for example, when I've been using it on the OnePlus 3, sometimes it will sit nicely in the background for a while. Sometimes it will want to reload. And there's no obvious answer to it. I assume it's somehow how OnePlus are dealing with their power management. But yeah, it is a little bit hit and miss. So sometimes you'll find apps are waiting in the background for you on the OnePlus 3, and sometimes they will need to reload.
So the OnePlus 3 was trailing behind there, but it's starting to catch up again now. We're just getting to the last app there and starting the second round. The Samsung is fantastic at caching the apps in the background, as you can see. eBay already, and into Spotify already there. Now this is where it gets really interesting, is when we get down to the games though. So let's wait around for Asphalt 8 to come up again.
As you can see, everything is loading nice and quickly and smoothly. There's not too much weight on either handset for any of the apps, which is nice, but the games are the important bit. As you can see on the Samsung, both games are ready and waiting in the background. There's no hanging around there.
So here comes the OnePlus 3, and there you go, the game is booting up again. It's a really strange thing that we can't really understand right now. And it's taking quite a while. It's not particularly fast at booting the game at all, to be honest.
And a great example is the speed test we ran literally in the same video just minutes before, where it held them in the background fine. So it is very confusing, and you're gonna get a bit of background hit and miss with multitasking.
There you go, that's a whole 20 extra seconds there. That's really strange though, considering the OnePlus 3 won the first test.
Yes.
So the one thing we're going to take from this test is both of these phones are very quick. They're some of the fastest phones you can buy right now. The OnePlus 3 won the first test, but only just by a few seconds. But it really did struggle on that second test, didn't it?
I wouldn't say it struggled, it just wasn't as fast as the Samsung. And overall, the S7 Edge is still the faster phone. The first test, I think that's because we're booting up from both phones. The Samsung just takes it a little bit longer to get up to full speed, shall we say, whereas the OnePlus got to full speed a bit quicker, but its full speed is not as high as the Samsung. So if you're looking for the fastest phone out of these two, it's the Samsung, but the OnePlus 3 still does very well, and considering the price, it's basically half the price of an S7 Edge. That's an impressive result.
And the fact we've seen two of those different tests where the games wouldn't be cached in the background, and some where they would be cached in the background, you can't really predict that, and it's going to be an issue that you're only going to run across a few different times, but we did see it multiple times when we did the test.
Yeah,
this wasn't a one-time thing.
Absolutely, we've got two OnePlus 3 handsets, and we were getting those sort of mixed results on both, and they were both running the same software build and everything, so we've checked all that. So yeah, it just obviously the power management in the OnePlus 3 is not maybe as slick and as well defined as the Samsung, but overall, two very good results. The winner is Samsung, but the OnePlus 3 has done brilliantly. Thank you very much for watching. He's been James, I've been John. Like, subscribe, comment, let us know what you think of it. What other tests do you want us to see us do, and we'll see you again soon.